Hi there, I'm Lenny. Welcome to the continuing adventures of Lenny Wanser. In this video, I'm going to discuss the film Home Alone 2: Lost in New York. This movie was released in 1992. It's rated PG and has the runtime of 2 hours. It was directed by Chris Columbus and written by John Hughes. What I'm going to do in this video is discuss what happens in Home Alone 2. So spoiler alert, if you have never seen this movie before and you don't want it ruined for you, you're not going to want to watch this video at this time. The events in Home Alone 2 take place exactly 1 year later, or 1 year after the events that took place within the first film, the first Home Alone. The movie opens up in the McAllister household where the whole family is there, uncles, aunts, cousins, what have you, because the family is going to be taking a trip to Florida to spend Christmas there. Kevin is playing with the talk boy that did not exist before this film. It was specifically created just for this movie alone in hopes that once people saw it, people would go nuts for this. Brilliant marketing, skeezy, but brilliant. While chilling out in his parents' bedroom and playing with his talk boy, he is watching a television game show called Ding Dang Dong. Peter McAllister unplugs the clock radio and then plugs it back in, but forgets to reset it, so the time is just showing 12 o'clock, just flashing. Here's the thing. You would think with all the money that this family has, they can invest in an alarm clock that has a backup battery feature. But nope, that bad boy is just going to flash away and no one's going to check the time on that probably ever again because it's not set. During the school Christmas pageant, while Kevin is performing his solo, his brother Buzz decides to embarrass him in front of the whole auditorium. Kevin decides to retaliate. I do not blame him for doing so. Inadvertently causes a disaster during the Christmas pageant, and we get our first Kevin of the film. Family court is in session in the McAllister household where Buzz acts as innocent as O.J. Simpson and his parents buy it. Kevin refuses to apologize though, knowing that Buzz did it on purpose and that his apology, like O.J. Simpson's, is false. During an argument with his mom, Kevin says that if he had his own money, he would go on his own vacation without his family. It's a dark, cold, windy night, and we can see by the newspaper that's blown up against the McAllister front door that the wet bandits, Marv and Harry, have escaped from prison. Guess what, everybody? The whole family has overslept again. Not one single person had to get up to go to the bathroom during the night, and notice that the alarms were out. And why didn't anybody else have an alarm set? Why is it just Peter and Kate McAllister that have to set the alarms for everyone? Regardless, the whole family oversleeps again. This time around, Kevin is already waiting for his family within the van, which is going to be taking them to the airport. He's not going to get left behind at the house this time. Oh no, oh no. At the airport, Kevin is very insistent that he needs fresh batteries for his talk boy at this exact moment in time and grabs his dad's bag or backpack that has the batteries in them. The whole family has to sprint through the airport yet again, and Mom and Dad McAllister don't stay back with their youngest son to make sure that they keep herding him in the right direction to keep up with the family. They just keep booking ahead and don't worry about his little legs trying to keep up with yours. Everything is going to work out completely fine. Kevin does decide though to stop mid-run and change his batteries right in the middle of the airport there, losing sight of his dad and then mistaking another gentleman that has a similar coat on and kind of looks like his dad from behind, following that guy to the gate instead of the correct gate that his family just went to off of the other direction. Yes, young Kevin McAllister boards the wrong flight heading to New York while his family is on a different plane heading to Florida. And another thing that amazes me about the film, yes, I know this has to happen or the film would have only been about 20 minutes long, but during the whole flight to Florida, not one single parent got up to check on the kids or the family members that are all sitting in different seats because they couldn't sit next to each other. No one got up to use the bathroom again or walk by and just be like, hey, you good? You got everything? You feeling okay? How's your ears? Your ears hurt because of the pressure? Don't worry, it's going to go away. Hey, is your tummy upset? Who doesn't check on their kids during a flight if you're not sitting next to each other? Kevin McAllister lands in New York, can't find the rest of his family, and goes up to the ticket counter agent who's working there, and we have a cameo by Ali Sheedy, who also was in John Hughes' film The Breakfast Club. Looks like Kevin gets his wish again this Christmas season because he is on vacation all by himself in the Big Apple. Kevin goes sightseeing with his Polaroid camera, and within the film version, he actually goes to the Twin Towers and climbs up the Twin Towers, going up to the roof to look up from the rooftop and to take a look around. If you watch it on television, unfortunately, they removed this sequence now because of 9/11, so it will kind of skip this part very shortly after Kevin grabs the pamphlet from the large Santa Claus on the stilts. Upon landing in Florida, Kevin's parents report him missing to the Miami Police Department. Uh-oh, the wet bandits arrive in New York as well, hidden within the back of a fish truck, and Marv decides that they're going to rebrand themselves the Sticky Bandits, no longer the Wet Bandits. While walking in Central Park, Kevin sees a homeless woman with pigeons all over her and runs away believing that she is a monster. Hey, it's a lucky thing that Kevin was watching that game show and recorded it on his Talkboy because he knows where he's going to stay. He's going to stay at the Plaza Hotel. While inside the Plaza Hotel and trying to find the lobby, Kevin runs into Donnie T. Smart and inventive Kevin McAllister is going to make a reservation over the telephone using his Talkboy to disguise himself as his father. How do you do? This is Peter McAllister, the father. Credit card? You got it. Head concierge, played by Tim Curry, sneaks into Kevin's room. Tim Curry characters sure have a thing for showers. While going through his dad's address book, Kevin discovers that he has an uncle, Uncle Rob, that lives in New York City. Harry and Marv come up with their next scheme, which is going to be robbing Duncan's toy chest on Christmas Eve because the large amount of money that store is going to bring in on just that one day alone. Kevin takes his very own limo and gets driven to Duncan's toy chest, where we have a cameo by director Chris Columbus. Talking to the store owner, but not knowing that he's talking to the store owner, Kevin learns that all the money that is made within the store on Christmas Eve is going to be donated to St. Anne's Children's Hospital. Kevin makes a donation of his own, and he's allowed to pick a Christmas ornament for free. He picks the turtle doves, 2 turtle doves, one for himself and one to give to someone that is very special. While standing outside the toy store, Kevin runs into his old friends Harry and Marv, who chase him and then eventually catch him. And this is where Kevin learns that the bandits are planning to rob Duncan's toy store on Christmas Eve. Kevin's parents learn that Kevin is in New York because of Peter McAllister's credit card coming up stolen. Unable to go back to the Plaza Hotel, Kevin goes to his uncle's house, but unfortunately no one's there because it is being renovated at the time. While walking the New York streets at night, Kevin is hit upon by 2 prostitutes. Kevin befriends the pigeon lady and they decide to go get some hot chocolate, his treat, and to have a chat, and they sneak their way inside Radio Music City Hall to listen to the beautiful music while hiding up above. Kevin comes to the conclusion that he's going to stop the bandits from stealing the money from the toy store that would go to the Children's Hospital, and puts in effect Operation Ho 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 and rigs his uncle's empty house up with booby traps. The whole McAllister family arrives within New York, and Peter McAllister lets his wife, Kate, walk the streets of New York by herself at night looking for their son. Using his Polaroid camera, Kevin takes pictures of Marv and Harry stealing money from Duncan's toy chest and breaks the front glass to trigger an alarm to stop the robbery. Kevin leads the bandits to his uncle's house, and boy is this about to be fun because they are going to get rocked. Kevin pelts Marv in the face with 4 bricks, throwing them down like the god of thunder himself, just straight up, hefting the bricks right in the face. Harry gets his head set on fire again and sticks his whole head into a toilet filled with kerosene, causing an explosion. After completely destroying the bandits within the house of booby traps, by the way, the booby traps have definitely upped the ante in this film as compared to the first one. Kevin goes to run into Central Park, but slips on some ice and the bandits actually catch him. Fear not though, Pigeon Lady helps Kevin escape, who then sets off fireworks as a signal for the police to know where the bandits are. Kate McAllister recalls Kevin's fascination with Christmas trees and finds him standing in front of the large Christmas tree at Rockefeller Plaza. The McAllister family is reunited and they get to stay in a very beautiful suite within the Plaza Hotel. Waking up on Christmas morning, the McAllister family finds that Mr. Duncan has sent a whole truck full of gifts to their suite. While the family is opening up their presents, Kevin runs to the park to find the Pigeon Lady, and he gives her the second turtle dove so that he has one and she has one, and he tells her that they'll be friends forever and that he'll never forget her. Mr. McAllister gets the room service bill that Kevin racked up, totaling $967.43. Kevin can hear his dad yell his name from where he's standing at in the park, and he runs off. The screen fades to black and the credits roll. While it isn't quite as magical as the first film, Home Alone 2: Lost in New York isn't far off the mark. It's very hard to reproduce something that special and that original as the first film. But this one isn't a horrible film at all. The story, the plot is switched up enough that there's differences from the first film while retaining the things from the first movie that we love, which makes this a very worthy sequel. The New York setting is a great location, and it creates the element of a fish out of water for Kevin. Macaulay Culkin is extremely talented and charming, and while playing Kevin McAllister, he is very smart and resourceful. It's rating time. Rating Home Alone 2: Lost in New York on a scale of 1 to 10, with 10 being the best score that it can get, I give the film a 7. If you think this video is worthy of a thumbs up, please feel free to do so. And if you enjoyed the video and you want to see others just like it, all you gotta do is hit the YouTube logo, which is going to be down in the corner, and you'll get a notification anytime I upload a new video to the channel. As always, I want to say thank you so much for watching this video. Thank you for your time. Thank you for the opportunity to talk about things I love. I greatly appreciate that. Please be safe, be careful, and I'll talk to you soon.